Hi everyone, this is Erica from Gokche Capital. Today is episode 12 of our Gokche Investor Series, and this is the second episode in our mini-series on business strategy. So in the last episode, we went over selecting a business entity, gave a brief overview of some of the different options that we had found, and then spoke briefly about why we chose to use an LLC. And today I'm going to briefly go over some of the basic professional services that we use. So our registered agent for our LLC, tax professionals, and legal services. So very quickly, for those of you who are not familiar, what is a registered agent? So part of the formation process for an LLC is to designate an individual or entity as the registered agent for that LLC. And basically their role is just to receive important correspondence, so compliance-related documents, government correspondence, and process notices. For example, if you are in the unfortunate situation of being sued, the registered agent would receive that notice. And most states require you to designate a registered agent when you register an LLC. And this is so that they know that there will be someone who is always available at the registered business address during normal hours to receive important documents, especially documents that need to be hand-delivered. And technically, a member of the LLC can serve as the registered agent, but in most cases, or at least according to our research, it's highly recommended that you get a third-party registered agent. And we did. We did select a third-party registered agent. There are many third-party services. I think a quick Google search will bring up a number of companies in whatever state you are registering in who can serve as the registered agent. And they're all, at least according to our research, tend to be fairly inexpensive, like $100, $200 or so. And the main reasons that we use a registered agent, and these I believe are the same reasons that it's, if you do a quick search online, you'll see that many places recommend that you use one, is I think the main reason is that they will always be available. So there will always be someone from the third-party company there to take mail. If you have yourself as the registered agent, or your partner or another member of the LLC, and you happen to go on vacation when an important document is being delivered, that can be a big problem. Hopefully you'll never be in a situation where you have to be receiving an important document in person, but just to avoid potential problems in the future, it's good to know that no matter what is going on with you or your partner or anyone else in your company, there will always be someone available to take that mail. The other big reason is for a matter of convenience. If you want to change your business, or if we want to change our business address, and we've actually already done that once, we don't have to go back to the state and change the registered agent's address. So it makes things easy in that sense. We do have our own business address, but one thing to note is if anyone is using their own home address as their company address, then also using a registered agent will hide your home address in all public documents. And finally, a third-party agent will just keep track of due dates and important documents for you. So you have that extra set of eyes on there, and you're less likely to miss an important document or due date. Okay, so for legal advice, we personally use Legal Zoom for our go-to resource. It's an online website, and you can talk to lawyers from every state. You can also review documents with the lawyers, and if you go to their website, you'll see that they have it set up. They have some key buckets of services that they provide, and one of them is actually a whole section on setting up a business. So they have lawyers who work on drafting articles of incorporation and things like that. And so you can have unlimited time with a lawyer in any state, unlimited time to ask questions, but also review documents for a flat fee. And you can select a plan that is for 6 months to 1 year. So if you just want to use it to set up your business or do a specific set of documents, you can take a plan for a shorter amount of time, or you could do a year and just have that legal advice on hand at any time. So this is the resource we use. The reason that we use an online service like this one rather than an in-person lawyer close to us is because we do work in a number of different states. So it's important for us to have a local lawyer available from any state at any time. And I also just wanted to throw out that Avos, also another resource that sometimes we use. It's nice because it's free, but it's really more for quick, easy questions. So you can just type in a question and you'll get a response from a lawyer in the state that you've selected. Very quick. And so it's nice if you just have a basic question and you don't have someone on hand that you're paying. All right, so for tax preparation and accounting, and we'll go over accounting in a little more detail in another presentation, but I will start out by saying we do our own accounting in-house, although we do hire a professional when it is time to do taxes. When we look to hire, or when we did look to hire our tax preparation professional, we basically just made sure that they were part of the National Association of Enrolled Agents, and based on our research, it's a good idea to hire someone who is part of that association. And for our accounting, our in-house accounting, we use QuickBooks Online. If you're not familiar with it, it is a great accounting software. It's relatively inexpensive, and they have good support. So we do all our accounting in QuickBooks, and in order to make sure that we are up to date at all times, we have a dedicated time each week where we both sit down, go through the books, and input all expenses and sales and other revenue from the past week. Another nice thing about QuickBooks is you can link your company card or whatever card you're using or bank account directly to QuickBooks. So any expenses will come in automatically once you've set up your basic system. And then just a few more notes, basic notes on tax preparation. So again, we hire someone to help us actually file taxes. But we do make sure to have an in-depth conversation with our professional about the deductions that are available and what we can utilize. As a small business owner, there are many deductions that are available, and there are a lot of great resources online that can help you go over what kind of deductions you can take if you're a small business owner. But just a really quick overview of some of the deductions that you can take when you are a small business owner. So of course, all business expenses, but also business use of a car, even if it's a car that's also used for personal uses, as long as you do legitimately use that car for business, you can deduct the portion of the car use that is used for business. You can deduct depreciation. You can deduct any education that was undertaken, if it's related to the business, of course. If there is a home office, so you don't have an outside office, but you work from home, you can actually deduct up the portion of your house that is the home office, moving expenses, and then also business travel expenses. And personal travel expenses can be partially deducted if about 50% of the business day is used toward business. That's another thing to keep in mind. But this is, again, I should just say, a very high-level overview. It's very important to talk to the right professional when doing your taxes and trying to figure out what things can be deducted and what cannot, because you certainly want to be on the right side of the law with all of this. Okay, so I will just end with a quick story here. We were selling a property. Based on all of our due diligence, we did believe the property had legal access. But for some reason, our buyer wasn't convinced. And furthermore told us that they did not actually think we could sell the property because it was illegal to sell a property without legal access in this state. So we set up a quick call with our real estate attorney in that particular state. And our lawyer said, well, even if it didn't have legal access, again, we did believe that the property had legal access. We don't buy a property if we don't think it has legal access, but the lawyer did say that even if it was the case that the property did not have legal access, you still could sell it legally in that state. There was no law that said that just because the property didn't have legal access, or if a property didn't have legal access, you were not allowed to sell it. So the moral here is it's always good to have legal services on hand, but also local legal services on hand, especially when working in multiple states. So again, that's why we want legal services where we can talk to a lawyer easily in any state, because in the business that we're in, you sometimes have to look up specific points in local law. And it's really great to just be able to call someone who's local to the area at any time. Okay, so what's coming in the next episode? In episode 13, we'll go over some basic but important items in setting up our business, and that is getting a website, a phone, a fax, a voicemail, and an email service. Again, basic, but very important. And I'd just like to end with a quick note for anyone who doesn't know us. We are Gokce Capital, that's GOKCE. And you can go to our website, which is gokcecapital.com, to see the promotions that we run. We do have a free land giveaway, a free vacation giveaway, and a free swag giveaway. And now for a limited time, we are also offering free 15-minute consultation calls. So if you'd like to set up one, you could send us an email at info@gokcecapital.com. And also, if you have any questions, feel free to send us an email or just leave a comment in one of our Gokce Investor Series videos, and we will respond to your question in the next video. So thank you for listening, and more to come.